Now we got Gannon trying to play tough guy on the sidelines on Sunday, and now he's taking it back. Of course he is. Welcome back to Cardinals Daily. I'm Eddie Law. Hit that sub, tap that bell, send that like, leave a comment. Here we go. Once again, we got to talk about it, folks. But first, we got to talk about it. Look, the mess that happened on Sunday, that incredibly depressing, embarrassing as hell loss to the lowly Titans. All right, Emari DeMercado's causing a mistake, and Jonathan Gannon heated silent reaction was all over the place today, right? All over TV, all over YouTube, everywhere, right? The Cardinals' 22-21 loss to the Titans was already gut-wrenching enough, but this moment added a whole new layer to the conversation about accountability, leadership, composure. It's the kind of sequence that can define a season or a locker room, right? It could also win you or lose you the locker room. This is something we definitely have to keep an eye on, but let's start with the play itself. Late in the third quarter, DeMercado breaks loose for what looked like a 72-yard touchdown run. I had the video of it last episode. If you missed the last episode, go check it out. I had a short little, incredibly depressing clip of what happened in the game. But it was a beautiful cut, great vision. He had daylight ahead, and once Emari DeMercado gets away from you, it's over. Like, not a lot of people are able to catch him. That dude's crazy fast and strong. But just before crossing the goal line, he slowed up, celebrated a little too early, dropping the ball at the 1 yard line. Instead of a 3-score lead that would have more than likely buried the game, it would have been over. Ball rolled out of the end zone for a touchback. Brutal. It was a brutal self-inflicted wound, and you could feel the air go out of the stadium. Like, I was there. Trust me. Like, you could feel everybody around us, everyone in the entire stadium. It got quiet, and the 5 Titan fans who were in attendance were happy as hell. Anyway, so. The mistake cracked the door open for the Titans, and they somehow came all the way back to win. It's the kind of blunder that lives on social media for all the wrong reasons. Right after the play, the cameras caught something that went just as viral as the fumble itself. You see DeMercado sitting on the bench, right? Then he stands up, visibly frustrated. Offensive lineman Paris Johnson Jr. and Will Hernandez are the first ones there to talk to him, trying to calm him down, give him words of assurance. And here comes big bad Jonathan Gannon, and you can tell he's fired up. He gets face to face with DeMercado, says a few heated words, slaps his shoulder pads, and walks away. Fans immediately split into two camps. Some said, good, that's passion, that's accountability. Others said, that's not leadership, that's frustration spilling over. And honestly, both can be true. Gannon's intensity came from a place of wanting to win, but it didn't land the right way, and to his credit, he knew it. On Monday, Gannon stood at the podium at media availability and did something you don't see a lot of head coaches do. He apologized. Here's what he said, quote, I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it. I apologized to Emari. I apologized to the team. I let the moment get the better of me, end quote. He also said something important, that as a head coach, his job is to stay emotionally steady and solve problems, not react emotionally to them. That kind of self-awareness matters. Now, it's easy to forget Gannon's still a young head coach himself. He's still trying to build a culture, and that means balancing accountability with composure. Sunday, he got caught up in the moment. Monday, he owned it. That's leadership, even if it came a day late and $1 freaking short. Now, let's be clear. DeMercado's mistake was huge and embarrassing, but he's not the only reason Arizona lost. The team blew a double-digit lead, stalled on offense, and couldn't close. Still, that fumble will live in for me forever because of what it represented. A lack of focus in a crucial moment and an embarrassing, literally embarrassing 2 seconds right then and there that defined the rest of the game. But the good news, Gannon confirmed DeMercado won't face team punishment, which if he did face punishment, that'd be some stupid garbage. A lot of words for that one. Okay? Because that would mean Gannon is placing the entire blame on him. And he's not the one that messed up, right? If anything, in my mind, most of the blame goes on Jonathan Gannon himself. But either way, the right move is not to punish the guy, right? The kid already paid for it in the film room and on social media. He's going to be embarrassed for it for the rest of his career. What matters now is how he bounces back next week. Because of moments like this, they either break you or they harden you. So Emari DeMercado is the kind of guy that seems like it's going to harden him. So I think he'll be better for it in the long term. But I'll tell you what, he's not going to like going on social media for a minute. So what did we learn from this? Mistakes happen, even big ones, but leadership is about how you handle them after the fact. Gannon showed emotion in the heat of battle, but humility afterward. DeMercado showed accountability. He owned it. So now it's up to both of them to make sure this becomes a lesson and not a defining moment. What bothers me about the moment is that Gannon came out to play tough coach. Giving his player talking to, hit him in the pads, I can't believe you did that, all this stuff. And it's just like, dude, that's not who you are. You haven't been that way at all. Where is that when the refs screw up a call? Where is that when he's supposed to stand up for his players when the officials get things wrong, which happens a lot for the Cardinals? Okay, where is that fire? Is only the players supposed to be that? Only the players. Remember his first training camp, okay? He asked the players, did you drive here? Did you take the bus? Did you fly? Did you take a taxi, Uber, whatever? Did you have fire in your belly? It was the silliest clip ever. The players themselves look embarrassed. They were just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Your howdy-doody ass is not convincing that you're a tough guy. You're not, okay? After you got hired, I had all my friends from the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, because he was the Eagles DC for a while, saying, dude, you guys screwed up. Not the guy you should have hired. I'm starting to believe them. They let him go way too easy. They didn't even bother trying to keep Jonathan Gannon. Keep in mind, he's the one that blew that was like a 24-point lead or something like that to the Chiefs in the first go-around. There's a reason they let him go. There's a reason they didn't fight for him, and we're starting to see it. In my mind, Gannon is not being himself. All right? At this point, just be yourself. Here's what I wanted out of Gannon. I wanted a Dan Campbell kind of guy. I wanted a Mike Vrabel type kind of guy. A guy that players would run through a wall for. Jonathan Gannon is not that guy, and it's damn sure clear now. What gives it away? Well, the fact that it's friggin' Tuesday morning and Drew Petzing's still the offensive coordinator of Arizona Cardinals. I'm done sugarcoating this crap. I'm done with it. It's week 5, and the Cardinals just lost to the Titans and a team that got shut out the week before. I mean, damn. Somehow Petzing still has a job. This offense looks so bad, right? It's like running through molasses. It's predictable. It's conservative. It's boring. It's honestly no innovation whatsoever anywhere. And you're wasting Kyler Murray's talent so much so that for the past, few years, let's say 3-4 years, the media, fans have been tearing Kyler Murray apart, saying he's a bust, he's not a real quarterback, this and that, he's too short, he's a tiny guy, he can't even see over his alignment and all this stuff. Because of Drew Petzing, specifically Drew Petzing and a little bit Jonathan Gannon, okay? And, we won't even talk about Michael Bidwell because that guy's a joke, okay? Because of that, the narrative has become, we got to save Kyler Murray. We got to save Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is being wasted in Arizona. That's the narrative now. That is the narrative now, folks. Pay attention to what's going on. I get it. No one wants to give any, talking heads any kind of credit. Not the screaming A. Smiths and not the Skip Baseless and any of those guys, right? But look at what's going on here. It's no longer, Kyler Murray just wants to play Call of Duty. Kyler Murray doesn't study. It's the Cardinals are trash. The organization's trash. And I'm starting to think they might be right. I'm starting to believe they might be right. Let's lay it out. 5 weeks in, no identity offensively, okay? The Cardinals can't run the ball without James Conner. They can't scheme open receivers consistently in the red zone. Play calling is downright painful to watch, okay? Not to mention, how many times have we seen this now, okay? It's second and long, run into a brick wall. 3rd and 7, screen pass for short of the sticks. Or even worse, 3rd and 15. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 7. Let's run the ball. They'll never see it coming. We have a legitimately accurate pass. Say what you want about Kyler Murray. He has his blunders. He had one on. He had a couple on Sunday, honestly. But the ugly one was he tried to float a pass over, and the ball literally slipped out of his hands. Okay, but overall he's pretty damn accurate. Give the man a chance. Damn, what are we doing? Zero creativity, zero rhythm, and this is supposed to be an offensive coordinator who came in with a reputation for being sharp and adaptable. What? Petzing's offense ranks damn near the bottom of the league in points and explosive plays and in first down success rate. You've got Kyler Murray, one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the game. Say what you want, argue with the wall, but he is. And he looks like a robot running plays designed for a backup from 2010. That's on the play caller, okay? And I keep hearing the same garbage-ass excuses. The roster's thin. Kyler's still shaking off the rust. 7 years in, come on. We're missing a starting running back. I get that one. Yeah, no kidding. Every team's dealing with injuries, especially this season. It's like everyone's injured. Look at it. Bottom line, end of the day, it's ineffective and it's damn sure demoralizing. After watch the first half of the game on Sunday. Okay, things were going great, right? Because the Titans suck. They know it. Their fans damn sure know it. They were talking about it on Sunday after they won. Okay, but I'm trying not to lose my ever-loving mind, but this is ugly. If this were any other coordinator in the league, he'd already be gone. But for whatever reason, Gannon keeps back and Petzing. And I get it. They came over together from Cleveland. There's, they used to be together in Cleveland, I believe. But there's loyalty there and all that. They're friends. But at some point, loyalty becomes liability, and you can't keep defending a guy whose system clearly isn't working. After 5 games, the Cardinals still don't have a single offensive performance that feels complete. No rhythm, no halftime adjustments. God, we're awful adjustments. And no urgency. If you're Gannon, you have to realize it's not reflecting on you. And if you don't make a move, you're basically saying mediocrity is fine. And that's not what this team or this fan base deserves. Okay? So what's the fix? Fire Petzing. At the very least, sit him, bench him. Hand the play calling to someone else. Anyone else at this point. Give it to Kyler for all I care. I think he'd do better than he'd do way better than Petzing. Let Kyler run some no huddle. Why not? Let him move. Let him improvise. He's an improviser guy. He's an improvising quarterback. Stop treating him like a freaking game manager, because that's definitely not what he is, and he will never be that. When he's the most electric player on the roster, he's one of the most electric quarterbacks in the league when you let him be. Petzing has the reins on him, and it's not helping us at all. It's time to let that go. And the first step is to get rid of Petzing. Why is he still here? 5 weeks of offensive misery, 3 blown leads, 0 spark, and if Jonathan Gannon doesn't act soon, it's not just Petzing's offense is on the hot seat, it's his ass too. All right? Bottom line, if Gannon won't fire Petzing, or at least bench him, and put someone else in as play caller, he could take his ass out of here too. All right? As a Cardinals, I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of losing. You're sick of losing. We're all sick of this crap every single season. Every single one. And then Gannon comes, I'm trying to be a tough guy. I'm gonna smack him right in the chest and show everybody I got fire in my belly. Bruce Arians, tough coach. Danny Green, funny voice, tough ass coach. Jonathan Gannon, nowhere near it. Not even a little bit. Cliff Kingsbury, don't even get me started. Let one of the fans be the head coach at this point. Jeez, they'll probably do a freaking better job. So here's my hot take of the day, all right? This wasn't just a loss. It's not a hot take. This is just the truth. It was a full-blown, embarrassing collapse. The kind that makes every other fan base point and laugh and say, yep, same old Cardinals. You know how many texts and messages and DMs and calls I got from friends going, what are you guys doing? Talking to me like I was on the freaking field. I mean, come on. This is supposed to be the get-right game. Vegas had us favored by nearly double digits, and times we're in shambles. They benched guys, they fired guys. They look like a team ready to quit. And somehow we made them look like freaking Pro Bowlers. And Mario DeMercado's premature celebration, yeah, I get it, okay? The offense went completely flat in the fourth quarter. Gannon lost his cool on the sideline. The whole thing's a circus. And every time this team has a chance to prove that it's turning the corner, it drives straight into the wall as hard as it freaking can. You want to talk about optics? Yeah, you got fans around the league clipping videos of the fumble, of the sideline blow-up, Gannon's apology, and laughing about it. Because this team doesn't look like a professional football team right now. It looks like a punchline. It is a damn punchline. Let's be real about it. Here's where it gets worse. The offense is lifeless. I'm just talking circles now around Drew Petzing now. I get it. I get it. It's football. It's week 5. It's Cardinal football. But the Cardinals are the laughingstock of the league right now. And they've been the laughingstock of the league for several years. The offense is broken, the coaching staff's under fire, and the players look defeated. And you can't keep preaching culture and accountability with the same mistakes happening every single week. Until this team starts winning, until it starts finishing games, the rest of this league's going to keep on laughing. And honestly, they earn the right to. Okay. End of the day, feet to the fire. Everyone's feet has to be, everyone has to have their feet to the fire. The players, but damn sure the coaches. And soon enough, Monty, your turn. And Bidwill, you're overdue. Michael Bidwill might be one of the worst owners in NFL history. Okay, and there's plenty of evidence for it. Okay, that new practice facility they're gonna build in North Phoenix, who knows how much it's gonna cost. That's the first time he ever actually did anything. Before that, the players were paying for their own meals. The weight room was outdated as hell. Facilities are outdated. I mean, if I drive by the current practice field now, you can see it's not great. And now it's like, oh, look at me, I'm doing something. No, dude, stop. All right. It's exhausting to be. You know what? Being a Cardinal fan is not good for your health. All right. And since you guys are Cardinal fans, you know damn right. You know I'm damn right about that. That's going to do it for this episode of Cardinals Daily. I'm Eddie Law. Don't forget to hit that stuff, hit that bell, hit that like, leave a comment. I'll see you tomorrow. Either way, man, no matter what we do, this is the life we chose. All right? Red Sea, it's always going to be go Cardinals.